All right, guys. So a couple of days ago, I put out a Hamilton setup video, and it seemed to help a lot of you guys go walk through the process and get up setups with Hamilton step by step. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with Benjamin. It's a very similar process, but I know some of you guys asked for a Benjamin setup video, so I'm going to go through that step by step. The person that I'm setting up has already purchased the software, the Benjamin software, and he's also already purchased his VPS. So I'm not going to have him go through all of the steps. I'll show you guys the right spots you should go to purchase those services, but he won't go through the entire process of entering in all of his information. So it'll make the video go by a little bit faster. The first step is obviously purchasing the software. Whoever referred you will send you their customer link where you can get set up with the software. And this is the page that you see up here right now. When someone sends you their link, you'll get sent to this website where you can purchase the software that you want to get set up with. Like I said, the person that I set up has already purchased the Benjamin package that is $199 and $145 a month, which is this one right here that says Benjamin. So I'm not going to go through that entire process right here. But what you would do is you would click the software that you want to run, whether it's Benjamin or Hamilton. As you can see here, you will be able to switch between the two. If, let's say, you run Hamilton for a month and you wanted to switch over to Benjamin, you would not have to go. You would not have to go in and purchase Benjamin. You would just be able to switch the account information with the broker in your back office, which I'll show you in a few minutes. You would just switch out the information. So whether you buy Benjamin or Hamilton, you will be able to use both, but you would have to switch out. If you wanted to use both of them at the same time, for example, you bought Benjamin and then you also wanted to use Hamilton at the same time simultaneously, you would buy Benjamin and you would also, or Hamilton, you would also buy the one extra AI to supplement the Benjamin or Hamilton that you purchase. Once you select whatever product or software that you want, you will go ahead and enter in this information. This is where you'll create the information that you'll log into your back office, and you'll go ahead and pay for the software. So after that, that will take you to, once you have all that set up, this is now your back office. This is where you'll log in to purchase additional services, additional softwares, and make payments or whatever. And this is also where you'll enter in your broker information. This tab right here is going to be important. The next step, which we have already set up with the person that I'm setting up right now, is the VPS. In the caption of this video, I'll send a link to the correct VPS. The Silver Star Live Basic is the VPS that you guys will want because you will actually be getting a discount with the VPS company if you use the Silver Star Live Basic package. It is $26.99 a month for 1 month. You can, if you'd like to pay up front for 3 to 6 months or whatever you can, but most people are just going the month-to-month $26.99. They are go ahead and choose the can you hear me, Chandler?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. If you guys you'll want to get set up with the London server or the Netherlands or Amsterdam server. It looks like Netherlands is not an option right now, but if it is, that's a good server, and London is as well. So you would go ahead and click continue and make that purchase of your VPS. Once you make that purchase, you'll get an email with your VPS configuration login info from forexvps.net. So after that, you'll go ahead and obviously check your email to get that information. It will be an email from forexvps.net that will have your have a couple pieces of information that you'll need, and I will show you how you guys are going to be logging into your VPS right now. One second, I'm going to go ahead and open up his Microsoft Remote Desktop. This is the other thing. This is another thing that you guys will need, which to log into your VPS. If you are using a Mac computer, you would download this Microsoft Remote Desktop from the App Store, which I'm on a Mac right now. So we have already downloaded it. You would go to the App Store and type in Microsoft Remote Desktop. Go ahead and download that app, and when you open it, this is what it should look like right here. And if you are running on a Windows computer, you will have this. You will have the Remote Desktop connection application already built into your system. So you would go wherever you go. It would be like the bottom left-hand corner of the Windows operating system. It's like the start button, like the Windows button, and you would search for Remote Desktop Connection, and you would go ahead and open that application up. And at that point, you would have the prompt to enter in the same information that I'm going to enter in here right now for Chandler. So once you get this pop up, this is where you would log in with your information. You would go ahead and click up here on New. The connection name is, you can name that whatever you want. The person that I'm setting up, his name is Chandler, so we named his Chandler VPS. Name yours whatever you like. The PC name, host name, or IP address that you see right here is one of the pieces of information that you'll get from the forexvps.net email, and it should say main IP and port, main IP address and port. It would be a series of numbers. You'll copy all the numbers and place that in here. The username for everybody is going to be all lowercase trader, and that is in the email as well, and so is the password. It's a series of letters and numbers, and it is case sensitive, so please make sure you're entering it in carefully. It's not the easiest thing to figure out right here, but to get it added to your VPS, there's no save or enter button. You actually, once you have the information in, you just go ahead and click out, and it will open up the new VPS. So once that happens, you'll have your VPS set up, and that will be ready to go. And I'll show you what the VPS will look like when it is ready. It will go here. You go ahead and click continue, and it should open up with the brokers, two options for brokers already built in. It will come built in with FX Choice, MetaTrader 5, and TradersWay MetaTrader 5. These are two of your options for brokers to use with Benjamin. And I'm going to go back one step. I'm going to get out of the VPS, and we are going to, let me see if I can get out of this. Chandler, can you please close out of the VPS?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Perfect. Awesome. And from here, we're going to go ahead and set Chandler up with a TradersWay demo account. It works the same way whether using a demo account or live account. The only difference is when you set up a live account, you will have to go through a short verification process where you will enter in your a picture of your ID and a proof of address, and that would be like a online bank statement, a utility bill, something within the last 3 months that has your name and address clearly stated on it. You'll go ahead and upload that. So we'll go ahead and go through the process of setting him up with a demo account. Chandler, you have access to your email on your computer, right?
Correct. I should here. I can sign into it.
I should know this, but what's your birthday again?
Yes, June 16, 1995.
That look correct?
Yeah.
And it's 971-400-0417. Okay, so this is his personal information, and now we're at the section where we're going to choose the type of account. When you're running Benjamin, you'll want to make sure it's an MT5. You want to make sure it's an MT5 ECN and it is a hedging account. So make sure that it's a hedging account on MT5 ECN. US dollars is the currency that we're going to be using, and we're going to go ahead and accept the terms of service, and we're going to open a demo account for him. Now you'll want to save this information. You'll get a pop-up that shows your account number and password. So Chandler, if you want to go ahead and screenshot this, or if you want to take a picture with your phone, for now, go ahead and just take a picture with your phone. We're going to need this. You're going to need to give me this information in just a second.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. We're good.
Okay, perfect. Well, okay. And you'll want to, I'm going to go ahead and try this one more time. It didn't give me, for some reason, it didn't give me the option to change the initial deposit. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is create another one and change the leverage. You want to make sure the leverage is 1 to 200 on Benjamin, and make sure it's a hedging account. And we're gonna create an initial deposit of let's start out with a $5,000 demo account.
Yeah.
So you'll be getting another information. We just created a demo account to make sure the initial deposit is what we wanted it to be, and make sure that the leverage was also 1 to 200 and not anything lower or higher. So Chandler, can you take another picture of this information for me?
Yeah.
This is some new information.
Okay, I have it.
You got it? All right, great. Now, once you guys have your account, once you have your broker account number and password, you're gonna go ahead and go to you want to go ahead and go to your SilverStar Live back office where we were before, which is silverstarbuilder.com. You'll want to log in, and you'll want to go to the services tab, Benjamin MT4/MT5. This section, whether you have Hamilton or Benjamin, this will be the tab that you enter in your broker information. So we'll go ahead and enter in that information. He was using TradersWay as a broker. If you're using FX Choice, you'll enter FX Choice here, etc. So you'll enter the URL of the broker website here. And Chandler, this is where we'll need that information. So if you want to just enter it in, the login number and then the password, and make sure it is case sensitive, so make sure it's entered in correctly.
Okay, give me just 1 second here. So I'm putting the login type here for the demo, correct?
The login number, it should be like 6 numbers,
Gotcha.
and make sure it's the second picture that you took.
Oh, okay. Okay. Password. Okay.
And go ahead and we'll go ahead and change the leverage to 1 to 200 because that's what we set your account up with. And we'll go ahead and click save. So this is a very important step. Once you buy your software and get set up with your broker, you will need to enter this information correctly or your software will not get validated. And even if you have it set up on your charts, it will not run. It will show invalid account on your charts because your information is not authenticated in the back office. So this is a very important step.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and go back to your VPS now. And this is one step that's a little bit different from the setup from Hamilton. So with Benjamin, when you sign up with the Silver Star Live basic package, it is already set up with the brokers for Hamilton, or for Benjamin, I'm sorry. So you won't have to download the broker application on the desktop like we did for Hamilton. So it's already built in. So we'll just go ahead and open up TradersWay. And we are going to log in. We're going to log into his demo account that we just made. And the way we can do that is go to File, log into Trade Account, and make sure this is correct. So it is a demo account. So we're going to keep it on demo. And we're going to log into that account. So Chandler, can you enter that information again, please?
I'll put that in. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So you can now see that all of this information is populated, and we are actually logged in to your demo account. And I'll show you where we can see that for sure. Under accounts right here, under TradersWay demo, his account and his name is now populated. So we are logged in correctly. This is another step that is different from Hamilton. Like I said, with the VPS, everything is already built in for Benjamin. So we didn't have to download the Hamilton file. And Chandler, your computer is about to die. So can you plug it in really quick, please?
Yep.
It should be on the left side of the couch.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, perfect. And like I was saying, Benjamin is already set up. It already has the file. Like you can see, it says Benjamin right here. With Hamilton, we had to get the file and download it and add it to the terminal. We will not have to do that with Benjamin. So we'll go ahead and add some of the charts right now. And so, and where you can do that is if you go to view and you go to market watch, it will let you add pairs, and you can also see some pairs. So you're going to go ahead and start adding the pairs. And I'll show you the pairs that I add are the supported and recommended pairs for Benjamin at the moment. So Euro USD is one of them. GBP USD is one of them as well. And what I'm doing is just right-clicking and clicking chart window. And if they aren't showing up here, then you can just type it in and click it, and then it will click enter, and it will add as well. So AUD is one of the recommended pairs. So let me see, I should have 4 up there right now. AUD JPY is one of them. Add, right click, it will chart. Now we have 5. NZD USD is one of them. And you guys can see I'm clicking this button right here, which organizes the chart so you can see all of them at once. It looks like this 4 charts organized together. And the last pair that we'll go ahead and add is Euro GBP. And like I said, when you add it, it will look like there's only one chart. But if you click this button up here, it'll arrange the windows so they are not overlapping. And you'll see all the charts that you should be running on. Okay. So the next step would be to okay, so we should be there should be a pop-up coming up that gives you an error message and asks you to enter in a URL. So I'm gonna try to get that to pop up so I can show you guys what to do from there. You can go ahead and check both of those boxes, and this is where you would mess with the settings of Benjamin. And each week, Quicksilver will send out a email stating what his recommended settings are, or what settings he's using for that week. And this is where you would go to change the settings to what he recommends. I always recommend using the recommended settings and not changing the settings to make your account. Basically, if you change the settings beyond what Quicksilver is recommending, you're risking your account. So I would definitely stick with his recommended settings. Okay. Okay. For some reason, with this setup, it is not giving me the option to do one of the steps that we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you step by step what is going to happen. You will be getting pop-ups, multiple pop-ups when you add these charts, and it will say error, and it will tell you to add the address. So it will look like this URL right here. It will not say silverstarlivesoftware.com. It will say silverstarpay. It will say silverstarpay.com, and then it will show your account number it'll show your account number at the very end. So I'm going to walk you through those steps. Like I said, if this step did not, for some reason, is not popping up for me, I'm not sure why that is happening, but I'm going to show you what is going to be happening on your end so you can still follow the steps. I'm going to go ahead and copy. Like I said, you'll get an error address and you'll go ahead and copy it from the experts tab right here. You'll find the message that says add the address. You'll go ahead and copy it and open up. What I like to do is open up a notepad just to make sure I get everything copied correctly. And you just want this URL right here. For you guys, it's not going to say silverstarlivesoftware.com. It's going to say silverstarpay.com, and then it's not going to say 0 at the end. It's going to have your account number. So you're going to just copy that. Make sure that just from the H to the end of the account number is copied. You won't need this notepad anymore. And where you'll want to enter it is up in the tools, options. Go ahead and check all these boxes except this fourth one down. And you'll go ahead and enter in or paste the URL right here. You also, it should already be off, but if this box is checked and enable sound events, you can go ahead and turn that off. And then you'll go ahead and click OK. Okay, so now I think we're for the most part done with the setup. I just want to show you guys how to change the settings. So for example, let's say it's Sunday night. Quicksilver is about to turn the software back on, and he sends out an email with the recommended settings. And let's say the settings are a little bit different from the recommended settings from the week before. So you go ahead and open up your VPS, which you're on right now. You'll open up TradersWay terminal, which this is it right here. And you'll go ahead and what you can go ahead and do is double click on Benjamin in the top right hand corner. And let's say that the minimum percent change from the week before was 80, but Quicksilver recommends 75 for this coming up week. So what you would go ahead and do is click minimum percent change and change it to 75. Very simple. And let's say he recommends 0.10 per 1,000 in your account. So this is a $5,000 demo account. So you would be running a 0.5 lot size. So let's say that is the recommended settings for that week. What you can go ahead and do is click OK. Now, if you go ahead and back here and look, those settings are in there correctly. So you don't have to do this manually with every single pair. You can go ahead and right click on the chart anywhere. Right click. This will pop up. You can go ahead and go to templates, and you can save the template. You can save the template as default.tpl and go ahead and replace. And now what you can go ahead and do is just right click and go down to templates on each chart. Click load template and load the default template. Now if you go ahead and look at the settings for this pair, the settings are what we changed them to on the previous pair. So what you're going to go ahead and do is do this with every pair. I'll do this with one more pair for it to show you guys. You go ahead and load template, click default.tpl, open it up, and there you go. Another thing is, for the most part, most weeks, the time frames are set to recommended settings as well. So if he sends out saying 2-minute charts on every pair except for Euro USD and USD JPY, what you would do to change that is, because all of these are an M1, that means a minute 1 chart. Okay, So what you go ahead and do to change that, it's very easy. You would go ahead and right click, go to time frames, go down to minutes, because you're not going to see 2 minutes right here. You'll go down to minutes and change it to 2 minute. Now it's on the 2 minute time frame. Now, let's say Quicksilver said keep USD JPY at 1 minute. So we'll leave that and we'll change the rest to 2 minutes. All right. And that is basically the setup for Benjamin. I'm sorry we had one small issue with the pop-up that we were looking for. It didn't come up correctly, but I'm almost certain that that will come up on your during your setup, and just go ahead and follow those steps. Like I said, you'll get whether you drag on Hamilton or you're getting Benjamin set up, you'll get a error pop-up message that will tell you to add the address. So you can just go ahead and click OK, go down to experts to find it. You'll find the message. You will copy, paste it in a notepad and go to tools, options, and paste it right here. I just wanted to be very clear about that because I wasn't able to show you exactly what it's going to look like. So as far as that, it looks like the setup is done. I will go ahead and put a couple links in the caption of the video post just to make sure, just to make it easier for you guys to find whatever you need, whether it be the VPS, 2 of the recommended brokers, which are FX Choice and TradersWay for Benjamin, and so forth. One last thing. With Benjamin on FX Choice and TradersWay, you want to pay attention to this number down here. Right now it's running at 1.36 milliseconds, which is very, very fast. And you just want to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't go above 7 or 8 milliseconds. If it does, you can click on, you should be able to, normally it will give you a couple options to, if it's at a higher milliseconds, you can click on it and go back to the faster. You want the lowest time on there to make sure your software is running at speed. And a couple things that you'll want to know where to look is the trade tab. This will show the live trades that are going on with your account. And this tab right here will show all the trades that you have already taken and closed out of, and it will show the profit that you've made. So as far as that, this setup is the same process whether using TradersWay or FX Choice. If you guys are on this video and are looking for the Hamilton setup video, I will post a link for the Hamilton setup video either